even though it's a sad story about the park, but it is a legacy, and I think there's a lot of bison icons around the town of Wainwright, and I think some of the people that have lived here have embraced the history of the park and believe it's still to be important. Maybe just people in the prairies in general have latched on to the symbolism of the bison, and I know that I've seen it in other places. For instance, Buffalo Trail is the name of a highway, Highway 41, that's just east of us, which goes beyond Wainwright itself, but that's called the Buffalo Trail. The Regional Tourism Association is called Trail of the Buffalo. I just remember that in the summer games in Edmonton not too long ago, there were bison used as the symbol along the roadway. I think that's perhaps part of the reason. And since it was such a huge thing here with the national park, I think there's remnants around town. You can see the bas-relief on the post office, which was the federal building. Part of it was used for the park offices at the time. That's still there. In 1950, I think it was the 1950s, they erected the statue at the end of Main Street. And the park riders were all there to help commemorate it. And so the people that worked at the park have helped carry on the legacy, and I think we've just continued it on. And it's one thing that's unique from other towns. Not every town can say they had a national park and that they had a bison national park. And so even though the park's no longer here, it's been carried on in name and in different icons. And even on the military base, which is where the park was, almost the exact footprint, the park is remembered in name in several ways, on street names such as Catalow Way, in different parts of the range area will reflect names from the park era. So it's just, I think it's just something to remember our past and part of our identity.